incredible lyricist, and incredible MC. But I got Lupe ranked higher from a pen standpoint.
Shit. All right, I love Lupe. Food Lick is crazy.
The funniest thing about all of this is I think Mickey Fax is closer to being right than wrong. That's Mickey Fax sitting there with Ray Daniels. They're doing a pod, and he said something that's got the rap world, the rap internet world going crazy because he says, he's got Lupe Fiasco's pen over Kendrick Lamar. Now, what I think is going to happen here, stands are taking that, what is already happening, taking that, and you've got the people that are anti-dot right now using it as a Mickey Fax said, and you've got other people who are pro-dot that are gonna, attack Mickey. And shout out to Mickey, he's a good guy. He actually came on HQ Live recently. Go ahead, check that out on YouTube. I'll put the recording out. So let's break it down, right? Mickey Fax is talking about something that from lyricist to lyricist perspective and other people that understand the science of rap, you would understand what he's saying. Lupe Fiasco has one of the best pens in hip hop history. Okay, and I know we revisit this Lupe Fiasco Kendrick thing a lot, and let's do another breakdown of it. He has one of the best pens, but one of the things that I would tell younger people coming up that want to make music, particularly hip hop, is getting them to understand the balance between your pen being great and the other things that make you a great rapper / artist as a whole, like Kendrick Lamar. Lupe Fiasco, and I'm gonna attach a full video at the bottom for you. You can see it and go watch it because Mickey does deep dive a little more, right? He says just when you're talking lyrics, right? Lupe Fiasco is great at that. The problem is someone like Kendrick Lamar and a few other MCs that we could name, Jay-Z, etc., they've mastered the art of understanding that those words that you put together aren't the only thing you need. So let's talk about somebody like Lupe when he does murals. Murals is one of the best display of penmanship I've ever seen in my entire life of understanding this hip hop shit. From, literal devices, from, putting words together, entendres. It's amazing. Alliteration. Kendrick Lamar can do that. But where Kendrick beats someone like a Lupe Fiasco is he not only understands some of what Lupe does with the lyricism, he understands concepts to a level that I think other people can't understand. And like someone like Lupe, who also understands concept, is Kendrick Lamar uses the concepts much more efficiently. Let's go one by one, right? So Lupe will do something like Samurai, where he writes an album from the perspective of Amy Winehouse, who becomes a battle rapper, and it's just like you're too far gone. Whereas Kendrick will write something like, let's go song by song basis, how much a dollar cost, right? You understand what I'm saying? Mother I Sober, Auntie Diaries, where he just knows exactly how to keep that concept at a digestible level, but still, advanced enough, right? Those are the things that they struggle with. For example, Lupe, great at knowing how to use punchlines. I've always told y'all Kendrick's weak on that end. But even if we look at something that Kendrick tries to match Lupe, I use the Black Friday freestyles, for example. If that was his only goal is to rap like that, I think he could do it well, but he understands that's not what's always going to win the game. We talk about voice, right? A lot of y'all miss things like that. Kendrick Lamar knows how to manipulate his voice. Lupe sometimes, although he's better at than most other MCs, he can't match Kendrick in voice. And then we talk about album, arrangement and sequencing and understanding how to still be able to write a hit, right? And not feel like you're fighting this battle against the label. Lupe ran into that problem a lot, right? Feeling like he has to dumb things down. Then argue that he won't dumb it down. Kendrick doesn't have that problem. He just knows exactly what to do and how to do it. It is damning to have to explain to people, right? It's the same thing how we just had the Black Thought Jay-Z conversation. There might be people whose pen are all-timers, right? They're at level 10 with their pen, but aren't considered greater, rappers, artists than a Kendrick Lamar or a Jay-Z. It's literally that. This is the younger version of Black Thought versus Jay-Z. Black Thought, one of the greatest pens in my life. Lupe, one of the greatest pens in my life. But if I wanted a kid to study a complete MC, I'll tell him to study Kendrick and Jay-Z instead. Make sense? Okay, cool. And you know what? For what it's worth, I should pull this graph out again. Again, I think I could adjust it some, but it's the same thing. Look where I have Lupe right next to Black Thought. I did this a year ago, right? Look where I have Kendrick slightly behind him, but look where I have Kendrick as an entertainer. At the end of the day, this shit is about entertainment and artistry. Again, I don't think this is perfect. I might readjust it for the new year. But again, as you can see, I've been saying a lot of this shit for over 12 months now.